Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time. It's time for the greatest sporting event in Charlotte, North Carolina. You've been preparing all year. Forget about the Panthers. Save up your tickets.
They ain't even in town.
They're not even in town. Forget about the Hornets.
We don't even want them in town.
They don't even want them in town. Forget about the Checkers.
Don't
Forget
even know
about the
they are.
baseball team. Don't even
I
know.
thought the Checkers was the baseball team.
No. This is how important this thing is. It's Fight Lab 51. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, if I'm going to go talk about Fight Lab MMA, I come to the source. I don't go around town. I don't call up guys in South Carolina. As good as they are, I don't go to Virginia and not get any hotel rooms or not have any medicals taken care of.
No.
I come right here to the source of South
Right
Carolina.
here. Sanctioned fights. North Carolina, right here.
Sanctioned fights. It is Michael Cornbread. We haven't done this in a while.
We haven't, man.
I missed you, even though I see it almost every other week.
We missed Fight Lab 50, right?
We did.
Yeah.
Stuff got tied up, and that's fine.
That's okay.
That's okay.
We were working hard, though.
We were.
Fight Lab 50 was good.
It was great. If you weren't there at the Mirage, you're up there, you're watching those fights, title fights galore, and hopefully now the videos are starting to trickle in. So if you missed it, shame on you. But right before you get geared up for Fight Lab 51, you watch 50 all over
watch
again.
Fight Lab 50.
And I'm going to do it. I'm going to stay in my little office all day on Wednesday, Thursday. Just rewatch. Like,
Watch Tiffany Lee.
Watch Gold. It's on here now.
Tiffany Lee,
We'll
Lake
post
and Jowers.
It's women fighting.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
My phone
We
is
like
on
that.
there. Oh, yeah.
I mean, because of the competitive spirit.
Fighting and the ladies.
Yeah, fighting and ladies and all that stuff is great.
You're excited about this. What we got? 12 fights coming up.
Yes.
How many title fights we got?
One
title fight.
We'll crown a new flyweight champion.
It's going to be. We'll talk about that later. And I know we got 3 pro fights.
Yes, 3 pro fights, 1 title fight, 1 female fight.
There you go. The ladies fight.
Yeah.
How geared up are you this one?
I'm excited. I'm excited because this is a bridging event to the December card, which is our year finale. And our year finale is always the card where we put our best foot forward. And I'm just excited. We got a lot of new and up-and-comers on this card, and they're all exciting, young fighters. 1 to 2 fights. And guys with 1 to 2 fights that get put on Fight Lab usually have something to prove, and they have a little chip on their shoulder, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, this is always good because if we say this every time, it's always true. We always see a bridging, like you said, a bridging event, seeing maybe the older guys who may be retiring, moving on to hopefully bigger, better things, but now the new guys are coming in, maybe under a year of training, a year and a half of training, and they're coming in trying to get their oats down on the mats, maybe spill some blood.
Trying to be the next Keith Richardson or Ricky Rainey or Jordan Rinaldi or Kevin Frant for the area or Hot Jeremy Holloway, because in the words of conflict, you don't want it to become the Keith Richardson show.
No.
Even though Keith Richardson hasn't fallen on our card for like 5 shows, 6 shows. But anyways, you don't want it to become stale. You don't want it to become every single card's the same old guy. So, we've obviously got some pros that have to carry the upper part of the card, but make no bones about it. Fight Lab has been made on our amateur division, and those guys, Keith Richardson started here. Ricky Rainey started here. I don't think there's a good pro in the area that hasn't cut their teeth, here at Fight Lab. So that's what these young guys are going to do Thursday.
Before we move on, and probably we'll get into this later, before we get to the last show of the year, is there anybody you really want to have on the card? I know you're trying to sign some guys, especially the pros.
In December?
No, just in general. Maybe the next year, if you look ahead. I know we don't want to forecast too much.
Like we right now, we have 1 fighter exclusively signed to Fight Lab, Nate Kaiser, and man, what that paid off.
Oh yeah.
I mean, man.
If you weren't there to see it,
you got to rewind at Fight Lab 50. Don't rewind tonight though, because it's not up yet. But but man, that paid off great dividends. He just went into the cage, and all props to Cliff Thompson. But man, that Fight Lab 50, that was just a brutal knockout. And,
it was.
Nate showed why. We signed him exclusively to us, and we're going to do more of that. Hopefully before this December show. One young man I would really like to sign is I'd like to bring Tony Gravely back to Fight Lab and keep him here, until he goes on to the USC.
If I'm correct about Tony, he just won up in Virginia. If I'm
He did. That's an interesting card. You never know. That might. I don't know. You never know how things play out.
Never know.
Never know.
As he drinks his water suspiciously, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Don't.
But you know it'd be an interesting fight?
What's that?
You know what I'd like to see?
What would you like to see?
Tony Gravin
Yes.
versus Dylan Cowell.
Oh, mercy. Is that foreshadowing,
Dun,
possibly?
dun, dun, dun.
Foreshadowing? Folks,
Tony Gravely versus Dylan Cowell.
you can't, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
I'm like a steel trap, ladies and gentlemen. This is no forehand knowledge, like a steel trap.
So like foreskin.
Wow. Didn't want to go there.
No idea what in the hell that meant. I just thought I'd say it.
You know where we do need to go to?
Where?
Picks for Fight Lab 51.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember, this is a competition, not an exhibition, so wagering is encouraged. As we begin with the first fight, it is Eric Martinez here of the Dark Side MMA taking on Josh Claudio. Eric comes in with a 1-3 record. He won last time versus George, I can't think of his last name off the top of my head, versus Josh Claudio. Josh hasn't been in the cage, I believe, in about 2, maybe 2.5 years. He trains up there in Cramerton. I don't have no idea what school he trains at now, but it's the Mouse versus Eric Martinez.
The Mouse versus the Matador.
Oh, I see the Matador.
Dun, 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 dun.
Put that above
You got to shake your head. Dun, 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 dun.
I got a neck problem.
Mouse used to train here.
He did.
He did, and Mouse's worst enemy has been that he was a small 125. Now he's a big, muscular,
Is he
strapping
really?
135. Well, I hope he is.
Okay.
I hope he makes weight. Wouldn't that be bad if he came in underweight?
Yeah.
And we've had that happen plenty of times. Plenty of times we've had that happen. So I hope it don't happen on this one. Mouse, eat a burger. So Mouse 0-5, Eric Martinez 1-3. Let me tell you something. I can say this: I've never seen Eric Martinez in a boring fight.
No, he's always been. He's been every fight I've seen him in.
He's the best. He is the best 1-3 fighter I've ever seen. Probably since Derek Hyatt was like 2-7 and 2-8. And I remember I'd go back and watch the videos and I'd be like, how did he lose that fight?
Yeah.
You know, it was always close, razor thin decisions. People were always booing, and Eric's the same way. You know, Eric could easily be 3-1 right now. Mouse, you know, like I said, his biggest curse has been that he was just too small.
He was.
But obviously, if he was fighting at 35, I have to assume he might have lifted some weights, might have ate a burger, drank
Or
a protein shake,
Yeah.
muscle milk. But
Muscle
I'm going to have to go with Eric Martinez because he sold more tickets.
There you go. Sell more tickets, you get more likes by bread.
Yeah, man.
Makes sense.
I used to pick for Kevin Ferrant like all the time.
I'm gonna.
I think. Or did I pick against him?
Versus who? I wasn't paying attention. I was getting ready to
Oh,
move on.
okay.
Okay, Khalil Clark at 205. He's at a Team Rock versus Brandon Walker Ali. He's 1-0 at a ground control and Lion MMA, I suppose, up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Who do you see in this one? We've never seen Khalil, Mr. Clark.
Brandon's heavy-handed. He's heavy-handed.
Who's his training partners up there? You know?
Cliff Thompson, Jeff Cope.
There you go.
Comes from really good ground school, but I mean, he's good with his heavy-handed. Did I tell you he's heavy-handed?
You said that while I was looking down
Okay.
at the
But Khalil has a big head. Like he come in there one day, that dude's got a big head and big fists and like big arms and a big back. I mean,
Is the bigness going to win out?
hey man.
Or is the heavy-handed going to win out?
This is going to be a battle.
At the 205?
I wouldn't want either one of them hitting me in my eye.
No, of course not. I wish they would.
But I'm gonna have to go with Khalil
Okay. At a Team Rock
out of Team Rock.
in Charlotte. Where are your guys at?
Team ROC.
Monday.
Oh, they're not in here training, that's for sure.
Okay.
They're never in here training.
Oh,
They don't
that's.
train at the dark side, man. Come on.
I would hope. I would
That's what
hope
we're
so.
called the dark side.
Well, we're going to move on.
We levitate.
And levitate. It's Jake Martin. He's a new fighter, I believe, out of Port City Sports Performance. He's taking on C.J. Chandler. He's 0-2. That is the Asheville area. I know we've seen C.J. Charlie take on a couple of guys.
Home sweet home.
Yeah. Unfortunately, didn't get a couple of wins. No, C.J. fought Devon Wynn,
Fought Rodney.
and Rodney, two guys who are making a name for themselves.
He put up wars with both of them, giving up a lot of size to Rodney.
And I believe,
A lot of size.
I was going to say, and Devon sprayed blood all over your
Yeah,
ammo
I still
for
haven't.
that fight.
I still haven't got my hands on Devon, but I'll handle Devon in time.
But what about this fight? You got Jake Martin
Promise you.
taking on C.J. Chandler.
You know, CJ, I've known CJ since he was a kid.
He's already a kid.
Well, to me, I mean, it was a lot, but I mean, I knew him when he was like a teenager, and coming up wrestling in the club and up in the mountains, and yeah, he's a phenomenal little wrestler. And Jake Martin actually trained with Derek Brunson, UFC fighter, and he's a nice little wrestler too.
We got wrestling against
you got wrestling against wrestling. Obviously, you know, Jake Martin is down there with Derek Brunson, so I know he's seeing some extensive, well-rounded training. Charles Chandler, though, he doesn't train at Irwin Wrestling Club anymore. He trains at Triple G.
Yeah, I was getting ready to.
Yeah, with Shantae Barnes and Chad.
All those guys up there.
Angela Hill. I mean, he's up there with some killers. Cody Gully, Leo Perez, who's going to be later on in the card, the main event. So I'm excited about this one. I think this is going to be a phenomenal fight of the Nats.
What do you, if you're coaching CJ?
Yeah.
And he's seen his 2 fights, what are you telling him to improve on? So we can get this.
Definitely his footwork.
Okay.
You know, footwork is a lost art in mixed martial arts. You know, a lot of people they think of striking as just the hands and the feet.
Let 'em go.
You know, they fight linear, they fight forward, or they fight backwards. Very rarely do you see the angles off to the side, and especially with a lot of guys who come from predominantly wrestling backgrounds, they tend to be, for some reason, a little flat-footed and unsure. You know, the motion that they would use in a wrestling match, they tend to lose it for some reason, I guess because they're scared they're going to hit in the face. So if I was going to give Chuck any advice, I would say 110%, you know, work on your footwork, which will even out the lack of striking experience that you have. On the flip side of that, if I was Jake, which I don't know Jake very well, I would just tell him listen to Derek Brunson. I mean, that's pretty simple.
That's pretty key. I know that C.J. Charlie was named to, I believe, the U.S. He got silver medal in some U.S. trials.
Yeah.
Or the wrestling and grappling, so congratulate on them. So
yeah, congratulations.
Hopefully he improved on that and maybe see that in this fight coming up.
And for that reason, I'm going to go with Chuck.
Well, there you go. He's making
Chuck.
predictions here, folks. That's what
mainly because he's from out in Asheville, but I'm going to go with Chuck.
He's a good looking. Matthew Coggins takes on Adam Basinger. Matthew comes in at 1-0. He's from the dark side. Is he here yet?
Yeah, he's actually out on the map.
Okay, I didn't see him.
He must have got lost, like the GPS wasn't working or something.
He takes on Adam Basinger, who's at 0-3. Had a fight to win. I have no idea where Adam's home base is.
Adam Basinger, again, that's another one of those guys that
he's fought before.
Yes, he's fought before, and that's a very deceptive 0-3 record because he, you know, he trains with Steve Hall, he trains with Clay Reynolds, he trains with striking with Kyle Harrell and Curtis Cloward. You can't go wrong when you're training in those 3 places. No. I mean, that's a win-win-win.
Yeah.
You know, coaching staff there. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, if they can coach Curtis Cloward to win, they can coach anybody.
That's messed up. That's messed up. Curtis is a legend in these.
Hey, I love Curtis's Fight Lab royalty, man.
Did Matthew train with that Hobbs?
Yes, Matt came here from Hobbs MMA during this transition, like literally towards the end of him, after he'd already took this fight, and he's been with us literally for about a week. But you know, Matt is a tough, hard-nosed guy, and you know, he would train great over with Hobbs. His background, his base is you know, excellent.
They're producing some good fighters out there.
Yeah, it's easy for us to work with him because he's already got a great base, and yeah, it's gonna be a good fight.
Who are you taking? Come on.
You know what
Star guy.
I'm gonna go with Matt since he's training here.
There you go.
That's easy.
Give me something.
It hurts me though because I like Adam and I love everybody that's on this coach.
There are
staff.
no friends.
And I know hey, look, man. Look, I'm getting soft. I'm trying to be politically
You're getting
correct.
old. That's what's happening.
I am getting old, man.
Soft. Yeah, you're getting soft in
I know.
places.
I know.
This is MMA. You take no
This is
prisoners.
MMA.
Taking no prisoners will be James Brown versus Daniel Torres. 145 guys. James comes in at 2-0. Daniel Torres comes at 1-0. And a Renegade Fighting Systems. James Brown, get on the good foot, comes from Coastal Martial Arts in Wilmington. I had to throw in a James Brown reference in there. Ah! Oh, that you all right?
Go hit me. Ah!
That sounds like you're getting stabbed somewhere.
Go hit me. Hands ah. Ah! Hey, you trained with Derek Brunson. What if Derek Brunson? Never mind.
Okay. I don't know what you're going to go with there.
I'm not going to go anywhere. But look, that's going to be a phenomenal fight. I mean, look, James Brown, like I said, he comes from a traditional martial arts background. Karate, his striking. One thing when you fight karate guys, people laugh. There's one thing everybody forgets to talk about. They know how to punch.
Yeah.
The punches are straight.
All the kicks and stuff they do, though. Gotta watch it for those.
I mean, the kicks, you probably rather, for me, I know if I'm fighting a karate guy, I would rather them kick than to start their movement and hit me with a straight punch. Because, again, they're punching straight, and they're putting their shoulder and hips behind it. If you ever watch Machida, he's got, nice kicks, and so does Wonder Boy. But if you ever notice, when they hit someone, the guy just drops. It's not necessarily like they go to sleep. They just literally
position?
Drop. I mean, and it's because they're always coming in when they're going in and out. They're always tricking you into coming in when you don't want to, and then they meet you with full force. And like I said, they punch straight. And this guy, he's 6'2" at 145 pounds. If he's as good as Derek Brunson tells me with his striking, and he's been listening to Derek with his grappling, his clinch work, and his groundwork, Torres has a very hard road ahead of him, but Daniel Torres is an athlete.
I was going to say, we haven't seen Daniel Torres, if I'm correct.
We haven't seen Daniel in a while. He has a twin brother named Nathan, and they used to train with Alan Greenway and those guys. Phenomenal athletes, both of them. Great football players. Coming up through high school, and I think they even played semi-pro. And I mean, look, this is gonna be a war. This is one of those you don't want to miss. And Daniel Torres is bringing the gas house with him. All those rowdy,
I was gonna say
those people from Gastonia, man. They just they show up at Coyote Joe's and just go crazy. I love it. Rowdy. I'm gonna go with Daniel.
Okay. Get you a pick as
Who you gonna go with?
I'm not telling
you. Haven't made a single pick.
No, I'm not going to. That's not my deal. I'm just here to ask questions.
Are you gonna watch Jeremy Holloway October 23rd up at Bellator?
On TV, yes.
Yeah. Up at the Mohegan
October
Sun.
23rd?
Mohegan Sun, October 23rd.
Where's he going to be at?
Mohegan Sun, Connecticut.
Oh.
Jeremy Holloway.
I'll see.
Hit him!
I'll see. I'm going to be on the road, though. Hit him.
You got to say it right. Let me hear you say it. Get down in your lungs. Try it.
Hit him.
Okay, let's go to the next fight. That's terrible. That was terrible.
Takes on Brian Davis. Jose comes in with a 3-7 record from Team Superior in Conover, North Carolina. He takes on Brian Davis. He's at 1-3 at a Boondocks MMA in Boone, North Carolina.
There's a lot of guys out here that, and maybe it's because when I match them up, I do such a good job of matchmaking. Pat myself on the back, but I've never seen Jose Deville in a boring fight.
No.
And every fight I've ever seen him lose, I thought, in my mind, at least 3/4 of them I thought he won. And Brian Davis, I have no idea how in the hell he's lost, because I've watched him fight, and I knew for a fact he won. I come back, and they was reading the decision, and he lost. So this is going to be a great fight. Bantamweight, that's actually why they're fighting on the upper part of the card. I'm excited to see what mask Jose walks out with.
That's the sole reason.
Oh, man, he comes out with those crazy masks. It's awesome. I love it.
What kind of mask do you think he's going to wear this time around? It's Halloween coming up.
I think he needs to wear a face mask, because Brian Davis is going to try to punch a hole in his head.
Like how I said that.
Like he's really going to try to punch a hole in his head. Like when this kid, if he ever turns pro, if he decides to stick with it, and he's allowed to throw head kicks, it's going to be bad news for some people, because that kid has no fear. He comes forward, and he throws those hand grenades attached to his fist. Attached to his wrist, and man, he's phenomenal. Jose Deville trains with Roger Carroll, Team Superior.
The Carroll brothers, the fighting Carroll.
Carroll brothers, BJJ.
Make sure you get it right.
Brother. That's going to be a good fight. I'm going to go with Jose, though. I'm going to go with Chupacabra. Hit him.
Moving on. Gran McDonald makes his return to the cage. He takes on AJ Blaskent. How do you pronounce that?
Blaskovich. Did you know Duran's 1-3 in his last 4
He
fights?
is 1-3. He's 4-4 overall. It says he trains here at the dark side of MMA here in.
Well, he comes to the dark side.
Okay, where does he go full time?
Home.
Okay, that's a place.
I'm just joking, man. He's been training hard. He's actually in shape.
Okay.
And he's been doing well. He's been putting himself in some bad positions. He's humbled himself a little bit. And
we're
going to see how this plays out, because AJ Blaskovich.
Sorry, I couldn't pronounce the name.
Phenomenal, ridiculous athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Very aggressive, no fear, and he's going to come after Duran. This is going to be one of those where Duran has to suit up, and if he backs up at all, or if he shows any weakness, he can find himself in a bad spot quick.
I know this says AJ is a independent fighter out of Winston-Salem. Is he training with a team up there?
He used to train with Combat. What is it? Shelton Sells trains?
Combat Athletics.
Combat Athletics. He used to train at Combat Athletics. I don't know where he's training. I put that down there independent because I didn't want to piss anybody off. I'm already walking.
People will get pissed, yeah.
Yeah, they do get pissy about if you put a guy from somewhere and he's not there. So I don't know where he trains. Okay. I just know the videos that I've seen of him, everything I've heard about him. Everybody I've heard about his striking, his submission game. He is way above his sanctioned 1-0 record.
Okay.
And I say sanctioned because he's one of those guys who likes to travel up there to Virginia.
Okay. And
where they don't have hotels and medicals.
Medicals and records.
I mean, he could be 8-0.
Who cares about all that stuff?
Who cares about it? Stuff don't matter.
So, all that being said, without the medicals and the hotels and the records, who are you seeing winning this fight? Duran getting back on the winning side after going 1-3?
I'm going to pick Duran because he trains the dark side.
Okay, there you go.
I'm picking all dark side today. So I'm going to give you every reason in the world why the other guy should win, but I'm going to pick the dark side. That's
good enough. Stay loyal. In the past, I would say every other day.
Man, female MMA is a different ball game in itself when it comes to the matchmaking.
Sure.
Number one, there's not a lot of female fighters, and especially in the lower weights, let alone in the upper weights.
Yeah.
These two young ladies fight at 145 pounds. Sometimes more, but we have actually went through probably 4 or 5 different opponents for Erica.
Yeah.
And it's been a nightmare. But she's been a soldier. She's remained in training. She told me, she said I don't care who I fight, I just want to fight.
Yeah.
And when somebody says that, it's my job to go through thick and thin and spare no expense to get them a fight, and that's what we did. So we went out and we found one hell of an opponent.
Yeah.
Because Alexa Torallo is
1-3 out of Triple G up there in Asheville, North Carolina.
3-1.
3-1. My apologies.
Yeah.
I cannot read today.
3-1. Training at Triple G, Outreach, Chad McFadder, Cody Gully, Leo Perez, Angela Hill, the whole 9 yards, the whole shebang, the Smoky Mountain Connection, all that shit. Yeah, she's coming. She said, Brad, I'm coming. She said, I know that you got her picked. I know she's your girl. I know that everybody's going to be there watching her. I know she's going to have 100 people.
She's got nothing to lose.
Look, she said, that's what I said. I said, you have nothing to lose. You know what she said? What? She said, I don't lose.
Oh, damn.
She said she's coming down here to whip ass.
I know Erica's bringing a whole fortress full of people.
Erica's bringing all of Rock Hill.
All of Rock Hill.
All of Rock Hill's coming to see
maybe
Erica.
Part of York.
Probably part of York. So half of Rock Hill and 3/4 of York. So there's 5 people from York coming. And, I mean, this is going to be a good fight. Who do you have picked in this?
Don't pick anybody.
I'm picking Alexa Torallo because of you. Since you talked to me like that way on camera, I'm picking Alexa to beat Erica. And Erica, I was going to pick you, but now I got to pick Alexa because of him. Dun, 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 dun.
You grabbing something out there?
So you got to shake.
Are you grabbing some apples?
It's like the Force. You have to grab an apple.
We move on to the featherweight title fight.
Oh, man.
Devon win.
Oh, man.
Jordanis Edwards.
Oh, man.
Devon win.
Oh, man.
2-0.
Man.
Mr. Edwards, 2-0.
Man.
I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. You got Modern Warrior versus Team Rock. You got Rock Hill versus Vietnam.
Vietnam. 82nd Airborne. The strongest fighting force in the world.
He's coming in on a jet. And bombing. Hands. All over the place.
All over Devon's head.
All over his head. Devon hasn't fought in a while. He's been injured. I know you've been chomping at the bit to get him back in that there cage.
Man, you know.
Right behind us. It's in the dark.
Oh, man. It's going down. 125-pound title fight. Flyweight division. The Nats. 120 miles an hour, clock them. Fort Bragg, Vietnam, Rock Hill, epitome of the earth, whatever you want to go.
I guess that was used one time.
2-0 versus 2-0, somebody's O got to go, all that stuff. But what it comes down to is this. You got two young men who show phenomenal ability. They're both young. They're both going to be able to grow physically into this weight class. I'm excited to see these guys when they turn pro. These are the type of guys that in 3-4 years we could see them fighting in the UFC, probably even sooner, since the 25-pound division is much like the female divisions. It's undermanned, it's understaffed. There's not a lot of men that can make the weight class, but these two can, and they can make it safely, and they're both big for that weight class. It's going to be. We could be watching a future UFC fight.
We could.
UFC versus Bellator. Bellator world title. I mean, you never know what this thing could turn out to be. But I know what it is going to be. It's going to produce the new Fight Lab 125-pound champion. That's what it's going to give us.
Who will it be at the end of the night, that night? Thursday night.
You know what?
Who are you strapping on the belt?
Devon Wynn has the coolest nickname in the world, the Happy Ending.
Will he have a happy ending?
It's going to be a bad night for Devon.
Oh, no.
I got to go with my boys from Team ROC, Reality of Combat, Team Rock, Greg Thompson, Hoist Gracie, Jesse Herzog, Ricky Saxton, Nick Grady, Mike Pagano, Damon Blackshear. The list goes on and on. Money Mike, all those guys. Josh Steely. Let me tell you something. That right there, that gym is the scariest place to be when you walk. It takes a lot to make me nervous when I put my gi and my black belt on and I walk into a room. I usually don't get shook. I walked into that room and there's nothing but purple belts and blue belts sitting there looking like silverback gorillas, licking their chops to get their hands on me. Those guys don't give a damn. Those guys train. Those guys fight hard. They got Seth Stevens, one of the best striking coaches, I firmly believe, in the Carolinas. They got obviously just a phenomenal ground game, just being associated with Team Rock and their cardio. I mean, the guys fight. They fight for a living. That's tough to deal with. I mean, it is tough to deal with guys who put their life on the line on a daily basis. That's tough. Their job is to train MMA and learn how to kill people. That's crazy. And jump out of fucking 20,000 feet up into the solar system. I mean, I wouldn't even do that. I got to go with Team Rock, man. I always go with Team Rock. Unless we're fighting the dark side. And even then I go with them sometimes, and I get in trouble for that. So I'm going new 125-pound champion, Jadonis Evans.
Not even going with the Pokey Shack.
I ain't ever going for Pokey Shack. I'll never pick for the Pokey Shack anymore. Until Devon Wynn apologizes and Keith Richardson pays what he owes.
Uh-oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't know what that means.
He knows what it means.
All right. Moving on to the pro fights, you got Nick Rorick versus William Baptiste. Nick is out of the dark side right here.
He's the big angry.
2-0. He takes on Mr. William Baptiste out of Marshall's MMA in Goldsboro, North Carolina.
The Mack Truck Baptiste versus the big angry.
I never knew William Baptiste
Nick
was the
Rorick. That's his nickname, the Mack Truck, Will Baptiste. And he's back at home with Marshall's MMA, which, usually I think Will's a turd. I don't know why I get a kick out of messing with Will Baptiste, Adrian Henderson, Mont McMullins, and Tomar Washington. Those are my four main favorite people to mess with.
And that's just stupid.
Just stupid. I know, but they like me, man. That's why they don't beat me up.
All right.
I think they like me. Well, Tomar, I'm playing. Calm down.
Until something happens.
I know. Until I don't give them a fight, then they want to talk bad about me and threaten me, and then I just stay away from them. But this is going to be a phenomenal fight. Nick Rorick, crazy wrestler. Crazy strong. Just a strong, physical, angry young man. Fits in well here at the dark side. And like I said, Will Baptiste is a literal Mack truck. He's a big physical man. He's not a boy, which Nick is. Even though he's big and strong, he's still a kid. And this is going to be good. It's going to depend on who can enforce their will first. Can Will Baptiste punch Nick Rorick in his eye and do some damage to make him think twice or become so discombobulated that he can't think and doesn't realize what he's doing and puts himself in a bad position and gets knocked out? Or is Nick Rorick going to go and do what he does best, which is be big and angry and put him up against the cage and beat on him and chop him down and take him down and just dominate him?
Is this Will's first pro fight?
No. I don't even know what Will Baptiste's record is. Okay. Will Baptiste is out. I'm shocked I got the fight approved, to be honest with you, because Will's got a lot of fights.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of fights.
But as a pro?
As a pro, yes.
Okay.
I think.
I know
I'm doing too much other stuff, man.
You're coordinating stuff.
Usually, I'm just
and
throwing the numbers out, and
you need some more juice or something going on there.
Yeah, I need my medicine.
I can't help you with that.
Yeah, I know.
We want to move on.
Yeah.
Who did you pick, by the way?
I thought I picked somebody.
No. Just refresh my memory in case you didn't.
You know what? Nick Rourke. Then I said I was picking all dark side guys, right?
Okay, that's right.
Fuck that. I'm not doing that because Nick Rourke didn't buy me the beers that he owed me at Fight Lab 50.
It makes perfect sense.
I'm picking Will Baptiste.
It all comes together.
I'm picking the Mack truck.
It all comes together. If you don't buy the man at least the bare minimum beers. So you need to be bribed in these things.
Look, man, if somebody would just drop a case of Bud Light off.
Just at your doorstep?
At my doorstep.
I'll think about it.
With a VIP pass to the Pokey Shack. I might.
You don't want to go to the Pokey Shack. Jeez, I'll tell you that much. Moving on to another pro fight. It's Derek Hite versus Anthony Tisdale, but this is Anthony's first time in the Fight Lab cage, if I'm correct. He takes on Derek Hite, who's at 2-1 out of the dark side of MMA.
Can you believe that? Would you ever believe Derek Hite would be 2-1 pro?
Just when watching him as an amateur, just like you mentioned before.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
But, the turnaround, I don't want to say it's a turnaround, but just seeing that leap, I guess, with the implementation of the pro rules, sort of went to his benefit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But that is a phenomenal turnaround.
Yeah.
Him and Rodney Jordan have to be the two comeback stories
I believe
in a long time.
When MMA Insider was doing their comeback athlete of the year in 2014.
Rodney was in the.
He was the comeback athlete of the
year. Yeah.
For that year.
0-3, and they come to the dark side. 7-5.
7-5, and now he's turning pro.
Now he's turning pro.
But we stay on.
We'll stay on Fight Lab. We'll talk about warfare.
Fight Lab. This fight, Anthony Tisdale, 1-4 from American Martial Arts Academy and Team 1 out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Who do you have in this one? Of course, you're going to dark side guys.
You know what? This is a interesting matchup because they're both tall. They both are strikers. And Derek, like Erica, has went through numerous opponents for this fight. I mean, it's been another nightmare. Guys, when you take a fight and you sign a contract, you might want to consider fighting.
You sure? That's not optional. If I sign the contract to do stuff for you, and then I say, you know what, I know I signed it, I'm just going to back out. I can't do that. Is that what you're telling me?
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
It's just not a good thing to do. But, I mean, it's been done 2, 3, 4, 5 times for Derek and Erica, and so now here we are. They both have fight opponents at higher weight classes. Derek, instead of fighting at bantamweight, where he is just a monstrosity, is now fighting at featherweight against Anthony Tisdale, someone more his size. And, he's going to have to deal with, he went from fighting a karate guy that was 5'3", to now he's fighting a, what was he, 5'10", 6 foot?
I got 5'10" listed on the
5'10", but I think he's more like 6'1", to be honest with you. I think I put that on there. It's like his record. I think his record wrong.
I got 1-4.
Yeah, that's not right.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, buddy. But anyways, now he's got to deal with somebody his size who wants to bang.
Okay.
And Anthony Tisdale will bang.
So Anthony will grant Derek Hite the pleasure of trading fisticuffs.
He's going to engage him in a friendly game of eye punchies.
So at the end of the day, whose eye is going to be blackened more?
Let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of fighters train. I think Derek Hite and Charlie Vives right now are probably two of the hardest workers I've seen getting ready for fights. And I've been around a lot of athletes when they're getting ready for fights, but those two are on a mission. So I think Derek is gonna, I don't know how he's gonna do it or what's gonna happen. I can't give you an outcome, but I think he's gonna win.
Do you think Derek has something to prove when he goes out there on on Thursday?
Yeah, I think Derek. I think Derek is carrying a chip on his shoulder about his amateur career, because so many times I think he was 2-9.
Yeah.
And I think out of those 9 losses, I think 7 of those 9 losses, everybody in the crowd thought he won, and he thought he won. I saw Derek get beat one time by a body triangle over 3 rounds. I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if the judges thought he was in a triangle, but the guy literally had guard, and Derek wore him out on his feet and took him down, and then the guy just had guard and put a body triangle on him, and the guy won by decision. And things like that, that can. I'm not gonna say it's gonna play. I don't think it plays into his mind, but I think he keeps it in the forefront to motivate him. And he has a chip on his shoulder, man. So we'll see. Good for him.
This is the main event of the night. It's Carlos Vives taking on Leo Perez.
Carlos.
Mr. Vives comes in at 3-1 out of the dark side of MMA here in Charlotte, North Carolina. This very hallowed ground. He takes on Mr. Leo Perez at 2-2 at a Triple G, Asheville, North Carolina. As you're dancing,
I'm getting.
You want to walk around the room? Want to go ahead and feel the groove?
I'm practicing for when Charlie walks out Thursday. You ever seen me walking with the cage when I'm dancing?
I try not to pay attention to you doing it because you usually have something to say.
Technically, I'm not supposed to be doing that. Yeah. It's not good. That's not very professional. I don't think I'll do it.
Yeah, you will.
Whatever. It's an event. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
This one is.
This is main event quality stuff. This is Vives was our main event last fight, and he lost to Ray Woods, but that was a ridiculous fight.
Yeah,
that was crazy. A lot of some confusion there, but man, that was a crazy fight. Good fight. It was a good fight, and it was fun to watch, and the striking was just. And man, this one's gonna be guns blazing.
Well, who do you got?
I'm gonna take my mulligan.
So at the very end here, we get down to the nitty gritty. Fight Lab 51. We got 2 studs. Charlie Vives, right here, the traveling gypsy. He's been to Europe, trained in his grappling over there. He's come to Charlotte, put on great shows up there, I believe up the Epicenter.
Yeah.
On top of the Epicenter.
Yes.
He was even on TV, wasn't he?
Yes, XFC.
XFC, national television. You got Leo Perez. Danger. You're going to put Vives in danger.
Yeah.
Another great standout in the local area. And here you are, you're going to tell me after how many minutes of this? 40-something minutes of taped programming for the masses.
Right.
The main event, you're going to tell me mulligan.
No, I'm going to make a pick. And let me tell you why I'm going to make a pick, ladies and gentlemen, because Charlie Vives is one of the best strikers in the region. If it was just striking, if it was Muay Thai, if it was boxing, if it was karate, Kempo, Aikido, Huligato, Budajijo, Bushido, all that good shit, whatever you smoke when you put it in the pipe, all that stuff. Anything has to do with striking, okay? He's one of the best. He is one of the best. And you know what's crazy? He's a black belt. His jiu-jitsu is
Congratulations
sick.
on your promotion.
His jiu-jitsu is sick. Most people don't have an appreciation for great jiu-jitsu. He has phenomenal jiu-jitsu. He's trained with some of the best people in the world. He's traveled the world. He's the traveling gypsy. And he has pretty hair. And he can speak 3 languages. And he's a badass. And he trains with, hit him. But Leo Perez is one of a kind. Him and Cody Gully are
tag team up there.
Dude, they're like the rock and roll express of the 1980s, man. Like they should come out with bandanas around their shit. Phenomenal striking. Good wrestling. Ridiculous anti-jiu-jitsu, which is really what's going to make it impressive when he fights Vives, because we fought Ryan Hall.
Yeah.
And Ryan Hall, arguably, is the greatest jiu-jitsu player right now in MMA.
Up there in Virginia, if I'm correct.
Yeah. And Leo Perez stopped Ryan Hall from submitting him for 2 rounds and punched him in his eye. I mean, look, man, the kid is talented.
So who's going to win?
I already told you. Charlie Vives is going to win. But it's going to be a ridiculous fight. Now, don't bet on what I say, because I'm usually
Bet
wrong.
on it. Bet on it.
In my mind, Charlie wins the fight because he trains here. But it's going to be a phenomenal main event. It's going to be a phenomenal co-main event. It's going to be a phenomenal feature fight. It's going to be a phenomenal title fight. It's going to be a phenomenal female 165-pound.
So it is 165.
No, it's not. but it sounded really good, and it scared the shit out of Erica. Because I know she's watching right now going, Brett said I was fighting at 165. If you hadn't opened your big mouth, I would have got a call tonight. But it is at 160, Erica, and I know you like that because you know you want to come eat a cupcake with me tonight. It's going to be a good card. And guess what? The doors open at 6 p.m. The fights start at 7 p.m. The booties shake at 7:05. And I'm going to be on the mic at 7:30 because I'm going to drink beers with all you guys and Chaz Bryant here before I ever get on the mic. So Quickie Franks is going to handle that. This is a bridge. December 10th, we're coming back at Coyote Joe's. But right now, we got Wednesday mock weigh-ins at Rock House Tavern. You coming?
I'll see if I get off work. But yes,
The
I'll agree.
The mock weigh-ins are at Rock House Tavern in Gastonia, North Carolina. Beer.
Be there, beer. You're in Gastonia. Wings.
The Gas House. It's
women.
Women. Big booty women.
Big booty women.
Fight Lab Ring Girl women.
I'm excited just for the weigh-ins.
For the weigh-ins. I want to see, you know what weigh-in I want to see? I want to see Gran McDonald and this AJ Blaszkevich kid when they stare each other down. I want to see.
Intense, like I'm doing to you?
It's going to be intense.
Oh, God, you got me.
It's going to be like that. It's going to be like that. It's going to be great.
It's going to break your soul, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the first fight of the night. I can't wait for the last fight of the night. And I can't wait to see all of you guys there. General admission tickets right now are $20 online.
Holy cow.
You can come watch a Fight Lab fight for $20.
I can give you like a whole lot of tickets from you right now.
Oh, yeah? All you just needed to know. $20 general admission ticket. We're bringing our prices down for the general public that want to come. You can rent a table, parties of 6 for $100 up in the balcony with a general admission ticket. VIP tables going all the way up to the price of Kenny Lett's money.
Oh, wow.
Kenny Lett's money, all that stuff. Okay.
That's Lamborghini.
Reserve seating, we've got that also. We've got 4 top tables for $300.
Everything must go at Fight Lab.
Everything must go.
The fist.
We sell it all. We let the fists go, we let the base quake, we let the booty shake. And I'll see you guys this Wednesday at Rock House Tavern for the mock weigh-ins, 7 o'clock. And Thursday, doors open at 6, fights start at 7.
We'll be there.
See you there, guys.